Well, hello. Welcome to your new happy place. This is the message of the day right here. Message of the moment. Shoot, the message for the year. It being a dragon year, it seems very, very appropriate. Thank you all for joining me very much. This is actually a quote that a very good friend gave me a few months back, and it's been looking at all day. And hello, I'm asking, what is the most important message for the day, right? What is the thing that we can talk about perspective wise? Because again, and I hope I say this every video I ever make, every reading I ever do, and I always, for myself especially, perspective. Oh, there's Kitty. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. Perspective is everything. I heard somewhere once, I don't remember where, that when you sneeze, that's your inner being confirming, right? Sneezing or yawning, I think was the other one. So we're going to take that as confirmation. So this is the message we're going to dig into, gain as much perspective as we possibly can. It goes right along with my earlier message, fear equals awe, which basically, in the dictionary, fear also means awe. And since I was a little kid, it was probably my biggest trigger. Growing up with being Catholic, you see the word fear way more than you see the word awe. Which is it's just always bugged me because I am that girl. So that's what we're going to talk about. How we can convert our perspective, or endeavor to convert fear into awe, in as many angles as I can help you do that with. So today, and the trouble is, if you don't risk anything, you risk even more. So I'm going to remember, hello, we're going to go ahead and start. Can you hear that? I love that sound. All right, so here we go. Let me get another little sip here. Thank you. Thank you. I think we'll start with divine light, or white light oracle, and I do believe we're going to be reading the little paragraph that comes with it, because I believe this is a large part of the message. I am feeling it is, well, it's a request, really. I'm always questioning the absolute answerer. So whatever we want to call that, that is all personal perspective. Name of the game. So we are asking the answerer, whomever that might be in your mind or in your experience. For me, if it's going to be spirit or my inner being, or whichever piece of awesomeness wants to, whatever, there's 10,000 names. So here we go. That reminds me, I looked up the word Lord today to see, why that triggers me as well. Because I'm very word oriented, and I'm very much into speaking beauty. I do believe that we make things real with our voice. So again, I looked up Lord, and it comes from the translation of Yahweh, which was to be, Tobe. But translated into the Bible, it ended up as Lord. Capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D, versus capital L, small o, R, D, being a human master, right? However, I do not believe personally that the creator of all things, it being perspective in every direction, as its impetus, this is my opinion, as its expression of itself, going in every direction. No bias, because there is, good and bad are an experience personal to an individual, right? Where was I going with that? So the word to be is much more appropriate than Lord. So you may see me interchanging that because that's important to me. Let's go ahead and get started. And the trouble is, if you don't risk anything, you risk even more, which is by Miss Erica Jong. Erica Jong, 20th century American writer. And the trouble is, if you don't risk anything, you risk even more. Alabaster Tablet of Layla. There we go. Alabaster Tablet. I do believe that is the tablet your soul is written on, if I'm not mistaken. But we are going to read that because that is the answer to this particular dilemma. Shekinah, the divine feminine answerer herself. Okay, I like it. I like it very, very much. Let me go ahead and grab the book, actually, and we will, excuse me, book right here. We will look at the message. Oh my gosh, Shekinah shows up right away though. Wow, that was gorgeous. Alabaster tablet. Pardon me, I do apologize. Please feel free to fast forward a little bit. Where are you? Let me just look it up, Casey. The alabaster tablet is 41, page 206. That number might be important. I'm a big fan of numbers as well, so there we are. 206, Alabaster Tablet of Layla. I'm going to go ahead and read that for you. And I'll take a closer look at the card here. There's Kitty. All right, it says, let me set this here. You are remembering at a soul level. You are tapping into greater awareness, and an understanding of your highest life purpose shall become even clearer to you. Hallelujah. This may evoke unsettling change within you, but that change is necessary for a new way to manifest. You are protected and guided at all times, especially when you feel uncertain about your course. You are truly loved. Well, thank you. And just a little bit, it's unlike any other angel, she is specifically described as a feminine being. Layla is a reminder that there is a place only the feminine can fill. If we attempt to live our lives skewed toward the masculine, we will miss out. There's great value in masculine tendencies toward exploration, adventure, progress, and development. Okay, however, the feminine tendencies toward compassion, acceptance, kindness, and mercy are a balancing necessity. For humanity to survive, these dual wisdoms need to find balance and integrate into mature expression in every human heart. The appearance of Layla in a reading suggests the feminine must lead at this time. Allow the way to be shown rather than directing a path based on your current perspective. Well, with Shekinah showing up as the background here, I would say divine feminine, that feminine energy, that inner energy, the unseen, the yin. If you don't risk anything, you risk even more. While risking something, the expression, the outward expression, would be the masculine. You risk even more because you keep it all inside. No expression of the divine feminine. Is a very unhappy divine feminine. And I am never talking um, uh, sexuality. Never, never. My perspective never, ever will talk about that. It is always going to be about energy, just being said. Amazing. Okay, so we're going to start there. That's where we're starting. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. All right. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get air element here with my beautiful awake cards. Pardon me. Let me turn that a little bit. There we go. Ooh, wow. Okay. Layla. Ooh. Pardon me. Thank you for. I'm how excited with Miss Layla showing up. I can feel it. It feels fantastic. It feels freeing. It feels like, yay, we're finally looking into that. It feels like suppression. It feels like denying oneself. Beautiful. Self-expression is, wow. Wow. Thank you. Both. Okay. Nourish and flourish and brilliance. That feels very appropriate. Very appropriate. Let me move this light back so that you guys can see. There we go. Go clearer. Oops. Fingers. So yeah. Nourish and flourish. Brilliance. I love that. With Layla. I love that with Layla. Okay, so we're going to go here with her. Nourish and flourish and brilliance. Thank you, Layla. I'm going to give you a little hair. Beautiful. Wow, that's pretty. Nourish and flourish brilliance. Haha. Sea star at the bottom. Love that. The process of formation, creation itself. That's beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and get a mystical shaman. Ooh, are we upside down? Just that one. Oh, huh. Most of my cards. These are the only oracle cards that I have reversals in because they are beautifully. The guidebook that comes with it is beautifully equipped for reversals. It calls it the medicine. So I do like to incorporate that into any journey that I take. And again, my goal is your new happy place, which mine I find is being able to question the answer anytime I like and, get the information that I'm curious about. Books and, the internet, all these beautiful things, they are sources of information. I think it was Buddha that said always get at least 3 sources of information for any question that you're seeking the answer to before you make your own determination. It might not be Buddha. But either way, when you're looking for the answer to the question, going home to your, and I'm going to do this, going home to yourself. This is a map of your psyche laid out, a visual representation of the symbology of your thought process, or not even your thought process. It's not a surface. It's not a surface level thing. It's your higher self, cumulative, aspect of God, however you want to word that, that is unseen or, okay, hidden, whatever terms we want to use. I'm trying to keep this as big as possible because I do try to avoid labels. So anyway, that power that we do not see shows up, okay? Shows up. The ghost dance upside down. The medicine, okay? The ghost dance in reverse. The medicine, I have a feeling, is going to be something like becoming aware of the invisible, becoming aware of the unseen, becoming aware of the unseen. And the trouble is, now how does that go with that spirit? We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if you can stay up there, Mama. Let's see. Hey, hi, kitty. Hi. Meow. Kitty says meow. She can see her. She's up here. Yeah. Say hi. And then we have the spiral on the bottom. We had Sea Star on the bottom of the other cards. So yeah, the ghost dance. The ghost dance. About spirit, recognizing that there is spirit, recognizing that there is an unseen. All right, I feel as if we're supposed to get a blessing next. Okay. Whoa, just one. Just one. Thank you. Okay, just one. Thank you. And I colored these myself, so you'll see some awesome creative self-expression here. Ooh, that one. Okay, give me a second. Let me put this big old beautiful stack of blessings back where it was. All right, and okay. This says, the path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. Wow. The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. Well, now, if that isn't appropriate and the trouble is if you don't risk anything, you risk even more. If the sun never chose to show up, what if the sun was shy or the sun was nervous about, doing the right thing in whatever moment it was in? It wouldn't show up. And then as it's here, of course, it gets brighter because it's seen, it's felt, it's appropriate, it's loved. It's walking in the path of the righteous because it's expressing its full self for the highest good, which is exactly the essence of risking something, because you do have to balance out all that internal creativity. You have to express it somehow. You most definitely do. The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we will move you over here so we can see you, because we're getting some beautiful messages here, and I'm really appreciative. Pardon me. I am still figuring out the logistics of all this, and I think that Turtle, if you don't mind, I'm going to put this over here. Oh, here. There we go. All right. Where are we? Let's get a representation from the moon and answer this. Answer this call. Answer this call to acknowledge the divine feminine energy of the struggle with risking, um, we all have our own expression of that, our own internal perspective on what would be a risk for us, and what that would entail. So that's kind of a beautiful place to start, Spirit. Thank you. All right. Wow. Sovereignty. Sovereignty. Exactly. Look at that. Wonderful. Holding her essence right there. Self-expression in the most beautiful sense. Knowing that she is whole. Knowing that she is whole. All right. Beautiful. Oh, we had Faith on the bottom still. Love it. I love it when Faith shows up. Absolutely love it when Faith shows up. All right. Let's go ahead and get some archetypes. Oh, it looks like we lost a feather. Thank you. Someone wants to go over there. Good. I like it. Maybe that's what we're doing. Ah, I see. Brilliance. Thank you. Nourish and flourish. Sovereignty. The ghost dance. Multifaceted brilliance there. Okay, so at the bottom, but that doesn't count yet because we haven't given it a shuffle. I feel like right now time is going so slow. I feel like I'm moving continuously, but at the same time, it feels as if I am walking through. I just thought of something. The full moon in Scorpio. It feels like I'm walking through a riddle. It feels like I'm walking through a riddle. All right, so this is the self, right? We're taking it, Spirit. When you're giving it, I'm taking it. All right, the riddle. The self. All right. Riddle. Should I or shouldn't I? Should I or shouldn't I? Again, I feel like I'm walking through water right now. Okay. Here I am wanting to shuffle these all the time. So lovely. All right. One more shuffle and then I will cut. And we will see where exactly this riddle of the righteous. I said one more, but see where this riddle of the righteous, who are for some reason or another afraid to risk. Afraid to risk. Fear equals awe. That just reminded me that Marianne Williamson, I think it was, in A Course in Miracles, she said something to the effect of, maybe we're not afraid of not being good enough. Maybe we're afraid of how powerful we really are. That's something to think about in this instance. Taking full ownership of the beauty that you experience all day, every day in connection with yourself. The more that you exercise that particular muscle and attempting to see the beauty in everything, you really will be shown. Feedback is a thing, with the universe. I'm a big fan. Big advocate for your own connection. big advocate. Um, here we go. Where are we going, Spirit? Aletheia. The truth. The truth. The whole truth. Aletheia. Perfect. That balance. That balance. All right. And what tool are we taking with us? The ocean. Nice. The natural energy movement of the universe. The ocean. Wow. And why? Of course we know why, but how can you show us that in an archetype? The judge. Wow, how appropriate. The judge. We judge ourselves. We judge our thought, what's the word I'm looking for here, Spirit? Our inspiration being, we don't give it the credit that it deserves as far as being inspired, which means in spirit within. We don't give ourselves enough beautiful credit for the unseen participation all day, every day. That energy that creates worlds is here with us all day, every day. I'm sorry, turtle, let me move you. All day, every day. Wow. Apocalypse. Again, the truth. Well, now this is more of the becoming aware of the deception, right? Becoming aware of the deception. And the deception that we are exercising on our own, keeping ourselves on that borderline. Let me place up just on that borderline somewhere between. I have so many great ideas, and someday I'm going to do this, and when I have the time, I'm going to create that improved awesomeness that I came up with, on the bus ride home. That murky place of, wow, what if, but if I do, maybe this will happen, or if I do, maybe this person will think that, or if I do, maybe I won't know what to do next, or if I do, my whole life is going to change. Whatever it is that you are afraid to risk, we need to convert that to, not even convert, but see the other end of the spectrum as awe, right? So if fear is one end of the experience line, awe would be the other, right? Somewhere in the middle, you would be absolutely neutral, no care at all. No, not no care, unbothered, right? Completely detached from the experience. So the one hand you have fear, the opposite of that would be awe, right? We want to swing y'all over to the awe direction. In any moment you find yourself going forward, that's the question here. We want to swing this energy for anybody that may ever find this video. We want to swing this energy over to the judge being a pleasant experience, because look, all things in balance. Everything is in balance there. Many cards, the riddle even itself has a balance. Being aware that there is both sides and it is continuous. That's a smart self right there. being aware that there is a decision, that there is a choice. And then aletheia, being where we're going. Look at this. Yes, let's talk about that spectrum. Let's talk about that. And it's not, yeah, is it a spectrum with that three-card spectrum? Yes. All right. Layla. Wow. Okay. This is the significator of this particular topic. Ha. That is cool. Yeah, kitty. Thank you. Meow, meow. And the trouble is, if you don't risk anything, you risk even more. That is saying more than I can even think of to say right now. I mean, that's the balance of infinity and manifestation and what you value. And actually, yeah, let's look at this card for a second. This hat is red, right? Root chakra, the I am. Look at how high this particular hat is, right? This is self-assertion and a beautiful awareness of my hands, my feet. I'm sorry, not my feet, but basically all my extremities, all of my outward expression of energy is going into manifesting with a appreciation of the value of infinity, right? And going with the ocean. Because you know the ocean's moving, right? You know the ocean's moving. So you use it for you, right? You use it for you. You take balanced risks, because if you don't risk anything, okay, if you took every single thing you owned with you on a ship going across the ocean, and a storm came up, or not even a storm, but a big wave, a set of waves, and you had the opportunity to throw a couple things off, and they didn't even have to be that important to you, but what you consider, what you're willing to risk and what you're not, is personal, right? So you have all of this stuff that you don't want to risk, but you have to risk something in order to stay afloat, or to stay in balance, right? Because everything's going to go under, and you don't have to be drastic and throw everything out, right? You want to go with the flow. You want to go with the flow. So beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Temperance as the self. Look at that. The alchemist. Pouring water. Pouring the element of water at an angle between two cups. Thank you, Angel. Now, I'm not sure if that would be Layla or not, but that is definitely a human in the aspect of Angel. The element of fire, creation, 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot on the water, halo, okay, foundation, knowing that you, sovereignty, you can see the unseen, basically. The imagination is beautiful. Just use that. Inspiration is spirit. It is. Imagination in magic, right? The 4 wands is the foundation. Wow, that's stability. That's you're stable. This is a beautiful thing. You're definitely, this is the past. This tower, this self in the past when it comes to risk, right? Surrounding environment. ordered mind, the feeling as if you've got your blindfold on now. Okay? This is the not expressing. You feel as if you got it all in order. You feel like you're balanced and everything. You're asserting having this blindfold on. If you took the blindfold off and you could see that you were doing this yourself, that you were judging yourself, or not judging yourself, but judging the expression of the risk, right? The risk being the lightning bolt, the change, the whatever it is that you're afraid to walk into awe with versus fear, right? We're trying to convert. Thank you. We're trying the star as the self in the present. I love that. Temperance as the self current in relation to the significator being the Two of Pentacles. And then we got the star, which is knowing that we have the power. Brilliance. Angel. Wonderful. This. How the Two of Pentacles changes in the future. Taking the risk is worth it. And the trouble is, if you don't risk anything, you risk even more because this wheel still turns. Divine intervention is still a thing. The planets still move. The sun still comes up every morning. You still have decisions to make. Beautiful. Go with it. Express it. Don't hold it back. Don't hold it back. Remember, the path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining even brighter till the full light of day. It just keeps getting better. Self in the future. Let's see, self in the future. Ooh. Knowing that you got spirit, Four of Cups. Self in the future. Accepting spirit, as in the ghost dance in reverse. Accepting that you are not alone. You do have spirit handing you all day. All day. Look at the cup coming out of the clouds. That's inspiration. Inspiration all day. All day. All you gotta do is claim it, right? Take that risk. Because you know what? You can always change your mind 5 minutes later. It's yours. Big old honk. Did you hear that? I hope you did. Thank you, Spirit. Self in the center. Not the self in the center. I'm sorry. That is the event, the bridge, the catalyst. Which one? This one. Ha! Self-esteem, knowing that you create it one way or the other. You can feel responsible for your happiness, which also allows you to feel responsible for your unhappiness, which is a true state of self-esteem. Permanent. Your perspective is everything. That's so beautiful. Thank you. If you don't risk anything, you risk even more. Risk it and love it and play it out. Play it out. That's funny, because this is the cross from basically manifesting your own miracles here with the Two of Pentacles, creating legacy, aware of it, and temperance is the Ten of Wands, acknowledging it, running with it, sovereignty, knowing that it's true. Knowing that it's true. Yeah. Okay. Hopes, Spirit. Hopes. Ooh. That others will understand. That there'll be harmony. Yes. Others will understand. And don't worry, everybody else is just like you. just like us, just like the self, and just varying degrees of whether we're willing to risk, varying degrees of how much we're willing to risk, right? The fear spirit. What's the fear? Fear. Oh, just one. That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, I like where you're going with that, but okay, just one. Thank you. The fear, huh? Trying to have to defend your perspective. That's a valid fear. That is a valid fear. Not wanting to have to defend your point of view. That is very uncomfortable, and to be judged by others, and know that you feel that you resonate with your own truth, and have to throw it out into the ocean of other people's understanding or misunderstanding. It has to be put to the side to some degree, because you have to have a healthy balance. Thank you. There's the riddle. You have to have a healthy balance of being understood versus being misunderstood, and it not really mattering, right? You got to be in the middle, walk the middle path. If you don't risk anything, you risk even more. Beautiful. Okay. The wonderful expression of actualization, of self-expression. The Queen of Wands is being absolutely herself, knowing that she means the highest good, so she's doing it. She's got her full self on display, facing forward. Little black kitty / shadow sitting right in front of her. She's in all gold. She's got her dragons. She's a very wonderful expression of what taking a risk looks like. When you stop paying attention to the uncomfortableness of being seen by other people in the act of risking something that you care about. You can't let it keep you from taking the action of the risk. All right. Advice, Spirit. Advice. Nice. Reciprocity. Reciprocity. Sovereign. Nourish and flourish. Brilliance. What you give, you get back. You got to keep that flow going. You got to keep that infinite flow going. You got to keep that flow going. All right, outcome. Thank you. Woo. Ooh, the King of Swords. Expression of your truth. Take the risk. Nah. I hope you hear Kitty. Take the risk. God bless you. Thank you. Take the risk. Look at that. You know what you hold already. Okay. Four of Pentacles is a safe place. It's a secure place. It's being aware of your inheritance. Okay. What you came into this world with, what you're working with. The Four of Pentacles, he's outside of the city, but he's got a pentacle above him, a pentacle in front of him, a pentacle at each foot. He knows the impact that he has on his city, right? This is his city. It's set behind him. He knows the impact that he has. So this is overall this is a very interesting, solid response as far as the underlying for this particular spread, because the trouble is, if you don't risk anything, you risk even more. That's the exact conversation. I'm going to move these over here. Exact conversation that we're having. Wow. Wow. Okay, Spirit. Okay. I feel like that is amazing. Amazing. Let me take a sip of coffee. And okay, again, apocalypsis. I don't know if you can see that. as the underlying archetype. Denying oneself, really, is what we're looking at here. Denying oneself. Denying oneself. When the ocean is in your favor, there being an ocean to begin with is in your favor. Sovereignty, brilliance, the unseen is for you. Nourish and flourish. Again, would the sun come up if it was afraid of the dark? Interesting. Visually, the sun has to come behind the moon, right? It doesn't know it's the sun. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Thank you all so much for playing this game with me. I hope you enjoyed this. I feel like there's more to say, but I normally, to be perfectly honest, normally I will look at this for sometimes hours. I'll leave it spread out and come back to it. I'll see things throughout. Um, to be honest, it'll probably sit here for, sometime after I press um, stop on the recording. I think this this is just gorgeous. This is the universe telling you, yes, yes, full radical responsibility for your own expression, because that in itself is the best possible karma, the best sovereignty, the best brilliance, the best thing you can hope for is your own ripple effect coming back towards you, your karma coming back towards you because you know it's good, right? And if you take these make them little low stakes risks, if risk is really an issue. And I know I personally have worked through this, and I still do. We all do. Because risk is just varying degrees of exposing oneself and being vulnerable, right? But I'm going to say that vulnerable is like hot. Vulnerable is the new black. Vulnerable is the way we're going, because authenticity is necessary to be happy. No one is happy with a false expression of themselves. It is not. It's impossible. Uh, It's impossible. So the path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining even brighter till it's the full light of day. The path of the righteous, meaning those who walk feeling as if they are doing the right thing, whatever that means for them, the highest good, the best expression, the next best thing for themselves. Brighter and brighter. It's for you. It's all for you. You wouldn't have these beautiful, inspirational um, nudges. You wouldn't have these long-standing dreams if you weren't meant to really look at expressing them. Even if you just do a little bit at a time, even if you just do a little bit ever, you will feel better for it. Because remember, we're working with the divine feminine here, which is the invisible. Okay, the inward, the flow of spirit, the creativity, the love, a wonderful expression of beauty. Nourish that. Be brilliant. take the risk. Don't put a cork on your bottle. I think it was Rumi that said she offers the sacred wine, so drink. There we go. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. And, one more time, thank you. And I have to say that I found that cup, actually. I'll tell you guys the story someday. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all very much. Peace.